your reigning, defending Olympia champion, Bumstead.
Champion mentality. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light that I have. Winning isn't once what I thought it was. I found it to be much more complex than our traditional definitions of success. A lot of people fall to their knees in tears after a big accomplishment, partly due to joy and gratitude, but a lot of what you see is relief and even fear. I don't say this to be cynical, but I've heard it from various people and experienced it myself. It's a crucial moment in a person's journey where you need to ask yourself what winning means to you. Otherwise, you get stuck in a hamster wheel, chasing a potentially non-existent result.
6 years ago, 2019, before I ever won the Olympia, I said I was going to set the standard for what the classic elite division would go on to become. And I had no idea what I was saying. So I was like, young, ignorant kid just chasing after a dream. And here we are, 6 years later, 60s around my neck. And I hope I've done that, but I hope I've done it in a different way than I meant in the moment, where it wasn't so much about my physique and what I'd done, but how I did it and who I was, who I became along the way.
The idea of pursuing happiness, not leading to happiness. You know, you pursue things that have meaning in life and things that you care about. You know, love, challenges, relationships, and happiness might ensue. But you don't pursue the happiness itself because it's inevitably not going to be there all the time. So if you're just constantly seeking more happiness and it's not there, then you're seeking something that's never going to be there. But if you're able to just stick in what you're doing right now, and in those hard times, believing they're going to lead to good times, it just creates a lot less friction in your life, you know? And I think whenever we're going through a hard time, we just want it to end. But it's those moments that allow us to appreciate the good ones. For some reason, stress to me is like numb, but it's stress, so I don't really feel it. And it's typically from not allowing myself to lean into the shitty time, the shitty thoughts, the shitty days, and being able to sit with them and be with them, accept what they are, and process them properly, rather than just numbing them. Like the concept of the fear exposure therapy. When you're trying to build confidence about something you're afraid of, being exposed to the fear helps you overcome that. But actively choosing to take that fear on head on is actually what it takes. I can't throw a spider at you and you're not afraid of spiders, but you choosing in your own mind to actively go to that spider by yourself makes you actually grow from it. So you choosing to take power of what little you can when you're feeling like, when everything's crumbling around you and you feel powerless and helpless, well, what can you take control of? You can take control of opening your door and letting that, embracing that, you know, leaning into that hard time. Like, I'm going to choose to feel this. It's here. I didn't choose that, but I'm going to choose to feel it. And I have power over the choice of what I feel. And then you take your power back and you can build your confidence from there.
What I found is that winning doesn't happen on show day. It happens with early mornings, painful workouts, long cardio sessions, and hungry nights. It happens in those moments of fear we all have when faced with a difficult goal, and then more so in what you make of that fear. It happens in every second of every day before you win. If you can take every opportunity you have to bring yourself closer to your goal, win every one of those opportunities, all while becoming more resilient in the process, how can you lose? That is an exciting opportunity, an exciting responsibility to find out what you're truly capable of. A medal around your neck and a trophy in your hands provides but a moment of relief, maybe a surge of excitement, but one that will quickly and surely fade. Then you're back to square one and faced with new decisions. Can I do it again? Will I do it again? Again. Why? These are new challenges you face now. You were so focused on winning, you didn't plan for what comes next. After all that hell you just put yourself through, are you ready to do it again, but with more intensities? If you're not improving, you're falling behind now. You've shown the world what you're capable of, and expect nothing less. Another scary but exciting opportunity. Another opportunity to grow. You may have busted your ass and gotten lucky once, but that was then, and this is now. You can work 10 times smarter and harder than you did before, but you're still promised nothing. Entering hell blindly with no promise of what's on the other end is one thing, but getting to paradise and then choosing to turn back around into hell, full well knowing what to expect this time, with a pipe dream of a better paradise on the other end waiting for you, that's insanity. But history has a habit of calling ambitious people crazy. There's no guarantee of what you'll find on the other side of hell. You may even be crazy enough to learn that it was never hell to begin with. Maybe, just maybe, you can open your mind to the possibility that paradise is found in how you choose to look and act in this world. Paradise, like our goals, may not really be a destination, but an endless horizon we secretly don't want to reach. A never-ending reason to keep working and growing, with the intention not to accomplish goals, but to become someone who can accomplish any goal. Winning equally has no finish line. It's about the responsibility to ourselves to take control of what little things you can in this world, regardless of circumstance. To train your mind to switch your perspective and focus on being the absolute best you can be in the areas you do have control over. Having a champion mentality isn't about the trophies, medals, or success. It's about having no quit. It's not letting anyone hear you complain. Standing up for all you believe in, living in your truth, and setting the standard at which you operate at for everything in your life. It's about willingly choosing to do every single thing within your power to achieve your end result. At the end of it all, you may just find that the trophies and money were never the prize you wanted, but rather the journey and the mentality you built along the way was everything you ever needed.
There's also a section of men who just feel alone, like myself, who felt like they have to hold things in and that they shouldn't share their emotions, that they don't lean on people, and that they should just carry stuff in and they need to be X, Y, and Z to be like good enough. So there's this like balance of that, and you almost need to learn to, again, like I mentioned, like that, the masculine and the feminine, being able to integrate that. I feel like a real man is confident and comfortable enough to embrace the feminine energy he has in him. If he's emotional, let it out, but also have that masculine side of it. Be like, I'm going to be emotional right now, but I'm still going to go and fuck shit up right now, you know? I'm still going to take charge of what I want with my life. I'm going to work fucking hard and be disciplined, but I'm going to accept that sometimes I'm going to break down, and it's going to be, I'm not saying that women break down, but there's more emotion over there, and allow it to feel it and to ask for help and to lean on people and be able to balance those two, and that like yin and yang. I think that's what's missing personally. And I do, like, on one level I do feel a sense of responsibility, because the fitness is a big world of men who are, I think, usually get into fitness on some level maybe feeling lost, and they can feel a little bit safe. And I heard a lot of people be like, I can go in the gym and just forget about everything. I'm like, that's great, the gym's an amazing tool for that, but you still need to go back and feel that shit eventually, because it's not going away. A good workout doesn't make the stress at home better now. It's still just buried under that fucking dopamine rush and sick pump you got in your chest, you know? It's still there. So I think just learning to navigate and balance that is super important. And that's where I'm like, okay, I'm someone right now where people look up to. On one level, there's a responsibility for me. Let's take my 12-year-old self, who felt like he had to hold it all together. He couldn't lean on anyone. He couldn't ask for help. And I just remember this time I was in the hospital a few years ago, and I didn't tell my parents. I didn't want to tell them because I didn't want them to be stressed and anxious. And then they found out, and I was like, it's okay, like, don't come, I'm totally fine. Like, they were out of town, or we live in different cities, and they're like, don't even bother coming, I'll be out of here in no time, it's okay. And I thought about that, and I broke down crying again. And I was like, why didn't I ask for help? I felt so scared and alone. And just to have my mom sitting beside me, I'm a man, 20 years old at the time, it would have felt better, but why am I so scared to ask for help?